In this video, I wanted to share and talk a little bit about a great website called Readlists.com. And a read list is a group of web pages. This can include articles, recipes, course materials, anything bundled into an ebook you can send to your Kindle, iPad, or iPhone. So for example, oftentimes in my sociology or criminal justice or AP Gov classes, I will ask my students to read different articles, and typically I will have to share the individual link for each article with students. What's great about Readlists is it allows you to make a compilation of articles from different sources and put them into an ebook. And so if we wanted to make a read list, it's really a simple process. We would title you would title your read list whatever sort of the general topic is. You can give it a description, and then over here is where you enter the URL to the different articles that you want to be in your iBook. So for example, midterm elections, 2014. If I want to make government students to read a series of articles about the midterm elections, I would simply just use a search engine and find out, let's see, voter turnout, worst in years. That's not good, but I want my students to read about that. I would copy the URL, paste it where I'm asked, and then hit add. And what's nice is it will generate for you the title, the author, and the source for the different articles. So let me just get a couple more articles in here. I'm not really paying closely attention, except that these are all about record lows. And obviously, if you want to provide your students with a variety of sources, it could be good to make sure that articles are coming from different places. So for example, if you wanted to have articles from Fox News, the New York Times, the Washington Post, et cetera, it's good to add. This is a great way to add a little bit of variety, I suppose. So let me just put my third URL. Okay, perfect. So let's say I wanted my AP Government students to read these 3 different articles and then write a reflection or come up with some kind of analysis. Once I have added the URLs, they are now a part of the ebook. So the nice thing you can do is you can send this particular read list to Kindle, to an iPhone or iPad. You can save it to your Dropbox. You can email the ebook. You can download it. You can share the link so that if students don't have an iOS device, they will just be redirected to this page and they can click on the different articles. And so let's imagine that I'm going to email the book. I would simply just have to enter an email address and hit send. And what's great is it gets emailed right away, and then someone who has an iOS device can actually open up and read the new ebook in iBooks. So I will show you what that looks like in just one second. Once you have emailed your read list to the desired recipient, the email will appear in the inbox just like what you see in front of you. And the readers can either view it online, and the URL is in the email, or the Readlist team actually sends it as an ebook or EPUB file. So if we go ahead and open that, we're going to open it in iBooks. And once it loads, you can see that it's sent to you just like an ebook. So these are all of those ugly URLs to articles that I wanted my students to read, and now they can have them all together. And it's great because, for example, this article was one that I had taken from the Pew Research Center, and so there's all of these graphics and charts and et cetera that now are just very neatly, cleanly, and organized so that students can flip through and read them. And the great thing is at the bottom you can see that it tells you what page you're on. It also tells you how many pages in this particular chapter are left. Because I included this research article in this, it's obviously a lot longer than what I would typically assign for students, but that's what it will look like when your students or whomever are viewing the ebook in the iBooks. So again, Readlist is just a great tool, a great way to send your students a compilation of articles that you would like them to read. Okay, once you have sent your ebook to the desired recipients, they will get an email in their inbox that looks like this, and you can see that the readers will be able to view the read list online at the given URL. And Readlist also sends the EPUB file, and it tells you what chapters are in this Readlist ebook. This is actually a different Readlist that I had made, and the topic of this ebook was the Senate taking control. I'm sorry, Republicans taking control of the Senate at the midterm elections. So if we go ahead and open this file, we're going to have the option to open it in iBooks. It's going to load right there. And I had actually already been looking at this, so you can see that the articles are formatted really neatly. It's very organized. It tells the students how many pages are in the book total. This is a very long one, 100 pages. I would not assign this in real life. And it tells you how many pages are left in this particular chapter. A great thing is I took an article from the Pew Research Institute, and there are so many different charts and graphic organizers and visuals, and instead of students just having to scroll through pages and pages of an article online, it's actually really neatly organized, and I think it's just a lot easier for them to read when it's formatted as an ebook. You again can see the 5 different chapters that I have in my book, and because we are in iBooks, we are able to bookmark, we are able to make notes in the article. So if students are assigned this for homework and they need to analyze or take notes, they have the option to do that. So Readlist is a great tool, a great way to send compilations of emails to your students.